What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Young Batman. We back with another video. This video, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna talk as we're moving our way through the process. And right here, it's upside down, using the stubby curve brush. It's a medium by Brush King. And as you see, I have the Wu-Tang rag on. This rag is from Ocean Views Beauty. You go to oceanviewsbeauty.com. Use my code YoungBat at checkout. And this is the brush right here. It's a Torino. It's a curved brush. It's a short handle. So we're gonna prepare the hair. As you see the rag, I'm just showing you guys the Wu-Tang rag by Ocean View Beauty. It's a real dope rag, nice and silky. You want to make sure you do protect your hair. Make sure you sleep on a do-rag at night so that you can maintain and hold on to your progress. So, we're going to go ahead and peel the waves back, let you see what the hair is looking like. So this is what we're looking like. You have a lot of forks. We're definitely working on this pattern. We're still working on the flow. We're still working on connecting things. But the most important thing you want to look for is maintaining your angles. You want to be able to look and dissect and see exactly how you want to brush. You have to maintain the way you brush. So you want to make sure you're using the mirror every time you brush. You want to try not to keep blind brushing. You want to make sure you have your mirror so you can see what's in back of your head and brush from your crown. This mirror is dirty right here, so you see that mirror I'm using needs to get clean. I gotta wipe that off, and which I'm gonna wipe off in a minute. Let's clean that up. Make sure your mirrors are clean so you can see what you're doing. So this is a brush session. You guys should pick up your brushes and start brushing with me. You feel me? Hope you guys can get a lot out of this video. So I'm gonna try and voice over so you guys can, so I can explain to you guys what I've been doing with this pattern. With this left side, I brush outward and up so I can contour right into the top. And when you're swooping your crown, you gotta make sure that you swoop it every time. I swoop this left side up. Make sure you're using your right and left hand on each side, especially with a 720 pattern. You want to take advantage of switching hands. Some people use one hand when they brush the patterns. I like to use another. You know what I'm saying? I like to use both hands, so that I can brush the left side with my left side, brush the right side with my right side, so I can cover, more area. I've been using a curved brush for this whole pattern since I had scalped. So I do like to use a curved brush. I had just picked this brush up with a little short handle so I can get deep into my crown with the tip. And as I do my right side, when I get closer to the crown, I brush down and towards my ears, But then on the crown, I swoop it all the way around to keep it tight. I swoop it. So you want to swoop it, especially if you're trying to close your crown. If you want to keep your crown closed, you want to go ahead and just swoop it all the way around. So I'm trying to give you guys what I see. I'm trying to let you guys see through the eye of the camera upon what I see when I'm looking at the back of my head, so you can see what I look for and what you should look for when you're doing your hair. And keep in mind, you don't want to, mimic the same angles that a person uses. You want to find the angles that work best for you, because everyone has a different shaped head and different texture, depending on the pattern you have. So you gotta look into consideration what works for you. On my right side, I bring it right down, straight down. And then when I get back towards my ear, I brush me down and around my ear. And if you start changing angles up too frequently, it's just gonna confuse your hair, and you're not going to be able to perfect that area or that particular angle. So when you get an angle, you want to really stick to that angle and keep doing it. You want to constantly do the same angles. Just like how I'm using a curve brush now, I'm going to keep using the curve brush, until things get, perfected, things start to line up. Now the whole, switching back between straight brushes and curve brushes, I don't recommend doing that, but I'm not saying that one brush is going to mess up your pattern. So you really got to know your angles. You got to be really consistent with your angles. And it does work out well if you're using the same type of brush, because a curved brush versus a straight brush, the curved brush cups your head. It really cups your head, and it covers a lot of surface. So when you're switching back and forth, you want to focus and use one brush and focus on using that type of brush. Like, I'm probably gonna grab more of these kind of curve with the short stubs, we'll call it, what have you. Probably gonna get maybe hard and soft and all that. I do want to find one with real long bristles, which I'm gonna do a video with the TP99, while brushing the 720s. That's another good brush too. Like, as you see, you can use the back end of the brush or the front tip of the brush. I'm just showing you different ways in which, sometimes I would brush, but I definitely you want to be careful. Like, as you can see, I did kind of drag the hair right over it. And so you want to correct it as you go. Like, you mess up on a certain stroke, you just want to correct it. Don't beat yourself up because you mess on a certain stroke. You want to kind of just keep being consistent with it, and then eventually they're gonna line up. You don't want to rush things. You want to take your time. Like right here, I'm brushing really slow. I'm giving it to you in real time so you can see exactly the things that I look for while I'm brushing. Where normally in a normal session, it'll be pretty more fluent. Like, when you're brushing, you don't want to go crazy and just brushing crazy fast. You know what I mean? And so things are fluent. Normal session, you're just brushing your hair, but you want to pay attention to what you're doing. That's basically what I want to show you in this video, is that you want to pay attention to everything you're doing while you're brushing, and that will get your waves to line up, because a swirl pattern can be very, this go around, I want to, do things differently, but it can be very confusing. I went through 720 before, and I changed a lot of things. I learned from my mistakes. I constantly changed things around. The whole time I was changing angles constantly when I had it before. Whereas if you keep your angles, tight the way you want them, like for example, you'll notice when you brush your right side down and you swoop it, you constantly swoop it, that's training your hair to swoop and tighten up. So you swoop it on the right side, you swoop it right around the right side, and then when I get to the left side, it's just gonna close it right in. It's gonna close it in right nice and tight. The hair might be sticking up a little bit, and then you just swoop it right up. So I'm gonna let things rock. Rock with the music. Get your brush, and we'll be rocking for a while. We'll be brushing for a bit, and you guys got any questions, put it down in the comments. Anything you guys are doing with your pattern. And the twist. You want to be careful when you do the twist. You want to do a nice soft twist when you twist it. But we're going to speed things up because things were getting a lot long. I was brushing for a long time. And we just going to, we're going to stop it right there. Just keep the session. Y'all can just brush with me. And we'll just let the music rock. Make sure you guys comment, like, subscribe. I appreciate you guys coming this far with me on the journey. Go ahead, comment down below what you guys are doing, what patterns you guys are doing, if you guys are doing the journey with me, if you guys recently scalped, or so on. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. I appreciate y'all. Also put down ideas upon what you want me to do videos with, and I will do it. Alright, y'all. Boy Young Batman, we out here dropping buckets, boy.